Welcome in for another episode of Phone It In right here on So Bros Network. Mine's right, ass is tight as we tackle episode 76 for you today. It's your boy, the EIC at So Bros Network, Big Natural Stoney Keeley. You can follow me on Twitter at Stoney Keeley. Collectively, we are at So Bros Network on all major social media platforms. Joined as usual by the star of the show herself. She is the cryptid queen of So Bros Network, Rooster. Rooster, how you doing today?
I'm good. Are we actually live? I'm not finding it on Twitter.
It's not on Twitter. I was actually the whole time I was going through that intro completely from memory. It was I was trying to connect it to the right Twitter and it will not let me do that. I'm doing the best that I can live on the air. But we're gonna see.
Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like we're trying on Twitter. It says we're okay. It says we're streaming on Twitter now.
Oh, I see it.
I don't know. Is it up
I
there?
See it. I see it on
Okay.
So Bros Network.
I feel like no one will appreciate what a good job I did going through that intro completely from memory, completely from instinct while I was trying to connect
That's
this stream
incredible.
to the So Bros Network YouTube. Yeah, we're live. Okay, we are off and running. So, Rooster, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, actually. How are you?
I'm not too bad. I'm feeling pretty good today. It was warm enough for the garbage to stink at the dump when I ran some trash out today. So I'm feeling like spring has sprung. Probably going to be sick in a few days because it was below freezing on Saturday, and now it's feeling. I think it was like up in the 60s today at some point. So just it's that time of year.
It got up to the 40s today. It's been like in the 20s. So
about that, man, it's just
we got
it's
stuff
almost
melting here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like spring is around the corner here.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna need you to tell me if I start breaking up and you lose me connection.
Okay.
I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay over on here, but just in case, just let me know and I'll kill the stream so that you're not just stranded here by yourself trying to do a show about octopuses, which is what we're here to talk about today. No, this is not some conspiracy theory. It is not. Well, it touches a conspiracy theory, a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't some like name for some secret society or anything like that. We're literally talking about the animal, the octopus. What was it about the octopus that made you want to talk about it here today?
I've come across like a couple of references to a theory that octopuses are aliens.
That is something I have not heard that before. You're literally telling me this for the first time.
Yeah. Yep.
How'd you come across that one?
So I think they referenced it in like a comedy cryptid podcast I listened to, The Cryptid Factor with Rhys Darby. I don't know if you know who that is. A New Zealand comedian.
Nope.
But well, did you ever see Flight of the Conchords?
Yeah, I watched some Flight of the Conchords.
He's Murray.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
He's got a cryptid podcast and it's ridiculous. But I think they've mentioned it on there. And I think I maybe heard it somewhere else, but I don't remember.
So we'll get into that towards the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
You have prepared some fun facts.
It's just facts
that are pretty exciting. I don't fuck with octopus. I don't fuck with any octopus. I don't like the ocean. I don't like the deep ocean.
Right.
None of that. Like it's sharks, whales, octopuses, all of it. I have no interest in it. But at the same time, the octopus seems like a particularly advanced animal that is quite interesting.
Mm-hmm. I think the little ones are really cute. Like the little ones. Some of them got the little fins on their head.
I don't look at enough octopuses to know. I'm just picturing, like
super cute,
big bulbous head with the tentacles and all that.
I think it's cool. I would never want to be near one.
Yeah, because they're pretty dangerous.
Well, they're just too smart. I don't trust it.
Yeah.
I don't trust anything that's smart. I don't trust people, and I don't trust octopuses.
They say, like, well, there's a viral video. I don't know if it was legit or not. I probably shouldn't say it on the podcast because of that. I'm just going to be spreading disinformation, but hey, it's the world we live in today. That's the thing to do. But I saw a video where a guy was saying, if you happen to be in the water, like dangling your feet in, and an octopus comes up and starts like running its tentacles across your feet, like you don't catch it and it just comes up and starts checking you out, they say you're supposed to remain calm and let it do its thing because it's just curious at an unfamiliar object in its territory, and it's just kind of like scoping you out to see what you are. If you like pull your foot away, its instinct is to like attack. It's like, I don't know if it's a prey thing or if it's like, I'm in danger all of a sudden. I did not realize this was a human foot kind of deal.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. Yeah, after reading some of this, I would think they would run away more. They'd be more cautious than that.
Yeah.
Rather than attack, but I don't fucking know. So
I don't know how would you defeat an octopus if it just grabbed you by the foot and pulled you into the ocean?
I think you can rip off their legs,
Shit. I mean, that's useful information. I appreciate you passing that along.
Yeah.
But
you just start tearing off those limbs or eat it.
Yeah. Have you ever eaten octopus?
No.
I can't bring myself to do it.
I don't like, I'm fine with fish. Anything else, I don't want it. I don't like mollusks. I don't like any, the texture is horrible. Don't give me anything spongy. I don't want to eat that shit.
I like a good scallop and I like shrimp, and I've had calamari, which is what, squid, I think.
Yeah, I've had calamari too, and it was disgusting.
I've had alligator.
Oh.
And I tried oysters for the first time in Mobile, Alabama, just like a few weeks ago.
What'd that taste like?
And I don't.
Is this like a booger?
It's not my thing. It just tastes. It's like a booger that tastes like the ocean. That's what it tastes like to me. It just tastes like snotty ocean water.
Yeah, I'm very texture based. Like if it's anything that's going to be like rubbery or spongy, I don't even like mushrooms for that reason. Like I don't.
Yeah, I love mushrooms, but the oysters are a step too far.
I will also say that they found that like octopuses are so smart and they experience pain, and there's a Japanese version of the dish where you eat it live, and that sounds fucking horrific.
That does sound horrific. Eddie chimes in the comments. Octopus is an experience of a dish. The texture is wild. Eddie, I would love more description of what it's like to eat octopus, because like you see it on the plate, tentacles up, and I can't ever get over that. I don't know. Maybe that's just a meme.
Squishy.
Maybe
no, I would never want to.
Yeah. So we have an important distinction in the notes that you have added before we get into the show.
Yeah.
Because I, up until you added this note, always thought it was octopi.
Yep.
But it's not.
No.
It actually is octopuses. Is the appropriate plural term for more than one octopus.
Yeah, so octopus is originally a Greek word. And octopi comes from people thinking that octopus is a Latin word. So octopi would be the plural if it were a Latin word, but it's not Latin. It's Greek, so it's octopuses.
Greek. How did we figure this out? How did we discover this?
I don't know.
Did the Greeks lay claim to it? Like they stand up?
Yeah, there's octopus art in like ancient Greek stuff. I mean, and Greeks came before Latins.
It's used in symbolism for something, and I can't remember what, but the octopus is supposed to mean. Do you know what I'm talking about?
There's a lot.
Okay. So
I gotta get real nasty with my nostrils.
Okay, so you're gonna mute that while I get into the comments here. David providing his review of eating octopus. It's like eating an inner tube. And Eddie follows up from earlier with chewy rubber. See, this doesn't sound appetizing, guys. I don't know. I mean, I guess it is an experience thing. Like if you want to cross it off the bucket list and say you ate octopus, you would want to do it, but I can't get over the look. And for a long time, that was my thing with oysters too, is I couldn't get over the texture. And just seeing people taking the shells, like you dig the little booger out of the shell and then you just turn it up and slurp it. And the whole thing just seemed disgusting to me, and I couldn't get over that. It's like that with octopus. Maybe we should try it. Maybe we should try it.
Like Japanese food, I wouldn't be interested in eating. Seafood, the textures, no. I mean, I guess we could just to try it. It would have to be dead though. I'm not eating any live shit.
We're gonna have to jump in the ocean and we're just gonna eat it, bite into it when we catch it.
I mean, if I had to, yeah.
Like if it was trying to drag you into the ocean because you pulled.
Oh yeah, then I start just biting. You know, at that point, it's just a fight. It's a fight, and I will eat you. But
fight or flight. All right, so let's get into it. Some weird facts about the octopus.
Mm-hmm. So the octopus is a cephalopod.
Is that a Pokemon?
Yeah. The soft body can radically alter its shape. Even the larger species can pass through a gap little more than 1 inch in diameter.
That's crazy.
They escape all the time from fish tanks. Like like in aquariums and stuff. If people have I've seen people with who have them at home in special tanks, and they're always like tank hopping to maybe try and get food from other tanks and stuff. Like,
I don't know. That makes me kind of sad.
They're too smart. They're not
also terrifying.
They're not pets. They're not food. They're too smart. That's not.
So what are we supposed to do with them? Just let them do their thing in the ocean?
Yeah, just pretend they don't exist.
We're humans. We're the top of the food chain. We cannot let that slide. We cannot, because I mean the octopus then might as well just be next to us.
Well, it is okay. This does get weird. I tried to keep the more interesting facts in here.
Okay.
So
I don't want to spoil anything then.
Yeah. Octopuses have a complex nervous system, an excellent sight, and are among the most intelligent and behaviorally diverse of all invertebrates. So, just a little intro.
Complex nervous system, excellent sight.
Yeah, they have like camera lens eyes, like we do.
Okay. So, and they can slip through a crack that's 1 inch wide.
Yeah, even the big ones.
If
it's big enough to get its beak through, because that's like the only hard part of its body, then it can get there.
It's like the little thing under the the big head's up here, and its little beak is down there at the bottom. You know. So is that its mouth or its butthole?
It's its mouth.
Okay. Important distinction to make.
Sure. Each of the 8 arms senses and responds to light, allowing the octopus to control the limbs, even if its head is obscured.
I'm sorry, how does that work?
I don't know.
What kind of receptors does this thing have on its tentacles?
Wouldn't that be crazy if your arms and legs could
just covered in eyeballs or something where
I don't know.
See? Seems kind of alien to me, just saying.
They breathe by water going through their siphon and flowing over their gills, but also the thin skin of the octopus absorbs additional oxygen. So when it's resting, around 41% of an octopus's oxygen absorption is through the skin.
I don't know.
Kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy, but it also, I mean, it sounds like it would be kind of cool to be an octopus.
Yeah. I could see that.
Just some advanced creature roaming the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they are pretty evasive.
They are.
So you would think, I don't know if you'll get into it, but I would think they probably stand a good chance of surviving against most predators.
Yeah, that is interesting because they're really good. Are they prey or predator? I guess both, but they are good.
Predators.
Yeah, they are good at running away, but they're also great at catching shit.
Yeah. They're good. They're good at what they do.
It's freaky. That's freaky. Could you imagine if they were like, man, if they were big enough and they were on land, we would have a real problem, I
We
think.
would.
We would have
Yeah.
a real
We
problem.
absolutely would. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe what if they evolve, you know, from
So
being
there is a benefit. I get to it at some point, I think, but there is something that kind of keeps them in check for us that we can
okay.
rely on.
I'm saying like people keep pulling them out of the ocean and they keep putting
Yeah.
them in these tanks that they're getting out of. Like eventually
Yeah.
one of these days they're gonna learn how to walk and then we
They
are fucked.
could though. With the way that they adapt to things, maybe they could.
Yeah. I mean there might be an octopus roaming around right now. See, you know, they say that like storms kind of have brought a lot of wild animals like giant snakes and lizards and shit from Africa up to Florida, and
Yeah.
like we don't know what the fuck is living in the Everglades. I
Yeah.
wonder if an octopus could survive. Come up in the
Ooh.
come up in the Everglades, and then that's your point of evolution because it's like half water, half land. It's marshy, it's a swamp, and maybe they get used to the land little by little. I'm really hoping that some of the people that follow me for Titans content decided to press play on this show today.
Me
Just to see
too.
what, just
Yeah,
to see what
I hope they're here. I hope they're here.
yeah.
um Octopuses have 3 hearts.
Oh,
A systematic or main heart that circulates blood around the body, and 2 branchial or gill hearts that pump it through each of the 2 gills. So the
huh.
systematic heart becomes inactive when the animal is swimming. Thus, the octopus loses energy quickly and mostly crawls.
Interesting.
hmm So, like, one heart just shuts off while it swims.
Yeah. I don't know how to process this.
They're very weird. Like, just going through this, I was like, this might be enough. I don't know. We'll see for a podcast.
Hey, as long as we can get to 30 minutes, we'll be good. And I think we're there. So
Okay.
I think we'll get there, is what I'm
Right.
saying. So, I mean, this is, I'm just trying to like picture how an octopus's hearts work in my head.
Mm.
This is like clockwork. I mean, this
I
feels like
think,
a highly complex creature.
yeah. I'm gonna
And
look up
these
how
heart,
many hearts a Time Lord has.
what? What is a Time Lord?
Doctor Who.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, in the meantime, I'll throw Eddie's comment up here. He said the Titans content is just a
2.
plus, Stoney. This is the real content.
There we
Thank
go.
you, Eddie. Thank you, Eddie. So a Time Lord has 2
2
hearts.
hearts. It was irrelevant. But
So what happens when the octopus tries to squeeze through an inch long crack? Like, can it compress its heart too?
I think
Like everything just
it's all
compresses.
squishy. Sure.
It's like, what would happen if we compressed our hearts down to an inch? If we
Huh.
tried to, I'm
Well,
like, it
our
just
hearts
does it,
are probably bigger.
just does it without skipping a beat. That's crazy. What if humans?
How do you Google that? How
What if humans had? What if humans had 3 hearts? Oh shit! Eddie says they're already in the Everglades.
Oh my God. I just Googled how small can you squeeze a heart? I don't think I'm gonna get any response.
Yeah, I'm just
Um,
saying these the way you're describing it, these sound like miraculous creatures.
oh, you could squeeze it like a rubber ball.
Huh.
The actual heart muscle would bulge out a little bit between your fingers, but it wouldn't split or tear.
Do you want to try it the next time we get together?
just just punch through my ribs and take out my heart.
We're going to test this just to see if a human's heart can operate similarly to one of the octopus's hearts.
I mean, I'll die, but that's fine.
All right, cool.
Okay. So most species grow quickly, they mature early and are short-lived.
Really?
Yeah. So this is the thing that keeps them down. In most species, the male uses a specially adapted arm to deliver a bundle of sperm directly into the female's mantle cavity, after which he becomes senescent.
I don't know that word.
And dies. It just means like they slowly deteriorate, like they stop feeding themselves, they stop, like they just kind of die.
It's like they have no more purpose in life. They have fulfilled their obligation to the advancement of their species, and they're just,
right.
I'm out.
Just one and done.
Yeah.
While the female deposits fertilized eggs in a den and cares for them until they hatch, after which she also dies.
Why? Why they gotta die like this?
When I was reading about it, I think they said something about like it's their eyeballs that might trigger it, like seeing something might trigger it. I don't know. It was something that triggers it. So they removed that and the octopus stayed alive. So it really just seemed like a weird, like they don't have to, but some kind of mechanism is doing that maybe so they don't overpopulate.
Oh, that's really weird, because that feels like it feels like a design thing.
Yes.
Like oh.
Right. It's creepy.
That is creepy because
like, oh, we're too powerful. We have to kill ourselves off.
Yeah. Oh man. What would the earth be like if octopuses overran it and just took it over?
I mean, there's a lot of sci-fi that has aliens that look like octopuses. I mean,
yeah,
fantasy too, like what D&D has things that look, it's been so long since I played Baldur's Gate. I don't even fucking remember what it's called. But they have things that look like octopuses, like heads, nautiloids. Yeah. I don't know, something like that.
Also, why is it called a specially adapted arm and not just a dick?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. It doesn't look like a dick.
Because when they say like a specially adapted arm, I'm picturing like a human arm coming out.
I guess
just dropping off the bundle of sperm.
Should we just start calling dicks specially designed arms, specially adapted arms?
Maybe that's the takeaway. We can learn from the octopuses.
Maybe it's not an extra thing. Maybe an arm adapts to delivers. No, that can't be right.
Don't know. I don't know. It's a mystery.
I didn't look too deep into it.
Okay.
I didn't want that.
I gotcha.
I'd rather have how small can you squeeze hard in my search.
I gotcha. Cool. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
All right. We were on octopuses have
the highest, they have the highest brain to body mass ratios of all invertebrates. This is greater than that of many vertebrates. So octopuses have the same jumping genes that are active in the human brain, implying an evolutionary convergence at a molecular level.
What if octopuses, their brains are capable of sentience, but they can't really evolve because they're dying after they're reproducing?
They're way too. What if when we were in the sea, there was some kind of overlap?
Or you mean like a human fucked an octopus?
Not a human, but like whatever. Like if we crawled out of the ocean at the very beginning, what if at some point there was a little split between an octopus and whatever became human?
And it just like washed back into the ocean, like just.
I don't know. Like what if octopuses are what people would be if we didn't evolve to be on land? If that makes sense.
No, I get it. Octopuses are the ocean version of people.
Yeah.
That's
like
fucking
they have legs.
Wild.
They have legs and arms. They're not fish.
No. I'm with it.
Those are our cousins and we're eating them.
Those are our cousins. Yeah. What if you like, I don't know, what would the reaction be if they like match DNA between an octopus and a human? And they're like, actually, this octopus appears to be related to a guy named Stoney
Oh my
in
God.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Super specific.
Yeah, and be like, oh shit,
Would you keep him in
that's
a
my
tank?
cousin. Probably not.
Okay.
No, I would never meet him.
Okay.
I would be scared of him. I would tell him, like, I am afraid of you.
I have no interest in meeting that side of my family.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. That's fair. I
That
would do the same.
I hope that people are watching this show fucked up.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
that there's some kind of libations or substances being abused right now, because I feel like this is the perfect show for that. Not every show that we do is like that, but this
No.
one feels like
That's why I really hope your football people are in here right now.
we're really opening our minds here on this episode.
Yeah.
That is because that is wild. That is a wild thing to say, but it, given the context of what we've been talking about, it makes perfect sense that, like, the evolutionary split, one organism went on to land and evolved and the other went back into the ocean and evolved, but it's technically like the same.
Honestly, my theory makes more sense than this published paper that we get to later on.
Okay. All right. Well, let's keep it going then.
I would stand by my theory.
You should. I think you should write about it.
And publish it in a science journal.
At the very least, you can publish it on So Bros Network. Don't have to worry about any sort of peer reviews and stuff like that.
I could probably get away with that, doing some satire. I'll see.
Yeah, that would be great. There's a great short story in there too. We're always coming up with,
I know. Every time.
I totally forgot to tell you, I've got a new short story I'm working on that I think you're gonna like. But I'm totally taking us off the rails there. So let's
to make a note of this. Hold on before.
Short story about octopuses being people.
Satire journal. Octopus are humans in the ocean. That's what I wrote.
I like it.
Okay.
All right. The nervous system
is complex, only part of which is localized in its brain. So, okay, maybe this is how they sense things with their arms.
Yeah, I would guess so. Sure.
Two-thirds of an octopus's neurons are in the nerve cords of its arms. This allows their arms to perform complex reflex actions without input from the brain. Oh, so they just act on their own.
I was about to say, could you imagine, like, just sitting there trying to get some work done and your arm just starts doing its own thing?
Okay, so when I saw, when I was looking, the Japanese thing where they eat them like alive or whatever, like live legs, people have died from choking because the suckers just like get on their throat. Like, imagine that thing fighting its way down your throat.
What a stupid thing to do. Why would anybody ever do that? Ever? Eating a live octopus.
I hate the idea of this so much. Imagine you're eating something that's like, it doesn't need its brain. It doesn't need its brain. It's reacting to being in your mouth and it's fighting back in your mouth.
Yeah. Those are our cousins. Those are our brethren.
That's disgusting.
What do you think that would feel like, getting an octopus sucker stuck to the back of your throat? What a way to go, too.
I don't like anything about it.
Just
oh God.
Gagging. The texture. I mean, would it even taste good?
Probably not. Probably not.
You would think that, like, they would have something on hand to pull it out, right? Well, I guess they can't pull it out if it gets on down there.
Yeah.
What if it gets in your stomach and it's still alive?
I think the acid would kill it pretty quickly.
Just for a split second, you just feel it in your stomach latching onto stuff before the acid gets to it.
Splashing around.
It's like Alien.
It tries to punch its way through your sternum.
Yes. Exactly. It's a nugget for your
it's so fucking weird.
It is weird. So
it's just such a fucking weird animal.
It is. Yeah. You could have asked me before the show what type of animal is an octopus? And I would have had no idea how to answer that question. I've never
Mm-hmm.
slowed down to think about it.
Yeah.
What a great thing to say about myself. 38 years old. I haven't slowed down to think about what type of animal an octopus is. People think I'm a fucking moron. But I mean, really, like, I don't know what I would have said to that.
I mean, I watched little videos and stuff where you're like, man, that's weird. I've seen videos of them slipping through little cracks and you're like, that's unsettling. But
yeah,
I try not to think about it for too long because they're too weird.
Like the big, they have like burrow in the little holes in the beaches. And they just like pop out. That might be a spider.
Okay. Oh, none of that sounds good. None of that sounds good.
No.
So octopuses are usually solitary. On rare occasions, octopuses hunt cooperatively with other species, like fish, as their partners.
How do they do that?
I don't know.
They communicate. Is it mind control?
Maybe they're just like along for the ride. They're underneath something, and
they see the fish, and they're like, "We're just going to creep down below here, and we're going to take advantage of
whatever happens."
About to happen. Yeah,
that would be my guess. Okay, but they regulate the species composition of the hunting group. Okay, so they like kind of take control as leaders, and they'll regulate the behavior of their partners by punching them. So octopus punch things.
That's cool.
To like get them in line.
Big fan of that.
Yeah.
That's the whole meme, right? The octopus punches. Octopuses have been known to punch fishes for no reason.
Yeah.
The meme is fuck them fish.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I do know something about an octopus.
There you go. See, they're just like people.
They are just like people. Using violence to control one another.
That's right. Muscles in the skin change the texture of the mantle to achieve greater camouflage. In some species, the mantle can take on the bumpy appearance of algae-covered rocks.
Seen that.
Yeah. Octopuses that are diurnal and live in shallow water have evolved more complex skin than their nocturnal and deep-sea counterparts. That makes sense.
Yeah.
In the latter species, skin anatomy is limited to one color or pattern. Okay. So you see the cooler stuff closer to light. Makes sense.
But that's where we see the stuff that like looks like the ocean floor, and then you're about to step on it and it fucking moves, it scurries away.
Oh my God. Why does this shit exist? I have not seen that.
They crawled back into the ocean. They should have kept climbing. They should have kept crawling, and then they'd be people. Or they were designed by the aliens, and they're like using the earth as their own fish tank to preserve these octopuses. Maybe they're like the elders of some great far off civilization that they're like, we can put them here and let them live in peace and carry on our lineage.
That's interesting you say that.
Oh, is that part of the theory?
I added something to the very end that I thought was kind of cool. It's not part of the theory, but it's pretty cool.
Sick.
When under attack, some octopus can perform arm autotomy in a manner similar to the way skinks and other lizards detach their tails.
Oh, shit.
So the crawling arm may distract would-be predators. Such severed arms remain sensitive to stimuli and move away from unpleasant sensations.
Because it's got its own brain, pretty much.
Octopuses can replace lost limbs. Imagine they just like lose a leg and it's just off doing its own thing on its own.
It's now a new animal. It
like
is its own
that
animal.
It's fighting its way down your gullet.
It sounds, we break it down, it sounds like science fiction.
Yeah, it really does. It's a really fucking weird animal.
It is.
Like thoroughly bizarre, top to bottom, weird as fuck.
I mean, I don't want to entertain such notions, but it really does seem not of this world.
Okay, intelligence. Just a little bit about it because they're really fucking smart. So octopuses are highly intelligent. Maze and problem-solving experiments have shown evidence of a memory system that can store both short and long-term memory.
Whoa.
Young octopuses learn nothing from their parents because they die.
Yeah.
So as adults provide no parental care beyond tending to their eggs until the young octopus is hatched. Yeah. So they die. And they can't learn from their parents. God, if they could, they would be too smart.
They
If they
would be.
actually pass down knowledge.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it
Oh
feels like a
God.
design thing to keep
Okay.
these things from evolving.
From being too smart and from
Be
living for too long.
it's crazy.
They would be too. I don't
Where are
think
you
I
going?
left it in here, but they, like I told you, they were experimenting with like removing the mechanism that would keep them from dying. Like, we don't need to be messing with that. Let
No,
them die.
we should
Let them they figured out their own shit. Let's let them die. We don't need to.
the system works as is.
That's another short story idea.
It is. You can write that. I don't want to be writing about the ocean.
Okay. But
You take
people
that.
experiment enough to where octopus do start taking over the world.
That's crazy.
In laboratory experiments, octopuses can readily be trained to distinguish between different shapes and patterns.
Whoa.
They have been reported to practice observational learning.
100% there's like a regulator on this motherfucker's brain.
They fucking watch something and they do it. That's what I'm saying. This is why the parents need to die.
I learn the same way an octopus learns.
Yep.
I got to watch somebody do it.
Yep. Our brains are too similar. That jumping gene, whatever.
Man.
Although the validity of these findings is contested. That seems stupid though.
Yeah, we're not going to pay attention to that part.
I believe in the observational learning.
I believe in the observational learning. Yeah.
Octopuses have also been observed in what has been described as play, repeatedly releasing bottles or toys into a circular current in their aquariums and then catching them.
That sounds like a pretty awesome way to pass the time if you're an octopus.
I've actually seen videos of that on TikTok.
Man, they're like little babies.
It's weird. That's too smart. If you're actually it's a fucking invertebrate that lives in the ocean and is playing.
It's a wild animal. I'm pretty sure this is how Jurassic Park started.
Okay. I don't think this is how it started.
I could see this going horribly wrong.
Yeah. So octopuses often break out of their aquariums and sometimes into others in search of food. Growing evidence suggests that octopuses are sentient and capable of experiencing pain.
Fuck. Well, I said earlier, what if there's actually already evidence that suggests they are sentient?
Yeah. The veined octopus collects discarded coconut shells, then uses them to build a shelter, an example of tool use. I mean, other things kind of do that too, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Due to their intelligence, octopuses are listed in some countries as experimental animals on which surgery may not be performed without anesthesia, a protection usually extended only to vertebrates.
Wow.
Like, you got to put this octopus under before we can do surgery on it.
It's cruel because oh man.
But yet we're eating them live.
You know what? I mean, I might be with PETA on the octopuses.
I know. This is like the first time where I'm like, yeah, I could see maybe we don't do this. I mean, I can understand you're thinking like, oh, it's just something we pulled out of the ocean. But like, this makes me uncomfortable with how smart they are.
Because, okay, they're so smart. What do you think is going to happen when they can start walking on land? They're going to remember all the times that humans
oh my God,
ate them while they were alive.
Don't say that. That's actually terrifying.
This is how the world ends.
Oh my God.
Oh, shout out to Scott. Thank you for dropping by, Scott. Hope you're enjoying the show.
Okay, so now we can get to the theory.
We get to the theory. Are octopuses aliens?
In 2018, a group of 33 scientists published a paper called Cause of the Cambrian Explosion, Terrestrial or Cosmic.
Okay.
So they published this in the Progress in Biophysics and Molecular Biology journal.
Read it all the time, of course.
Yeah. Purporting that the ancestors of the modern-day octopus arrived on Earth from one of these planets' seeds.
What now? Do
Like,
what?
I don't know. A seed? Okay.
A seed of a planet arrived on Earth.
Yeah, I think maybe a meteorite is kind of what they're getting at.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Okay.
The ancestors of the modern day octopus arrived on Earth from one of these planets. So the theory is it's not of this world. It traveled here on a meteorite.
Yes.
Kind of deal. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So I took this quote from like the intro of the paper saying like, it says like, here's the purpose of this paper.
It's like the abstract.
Yeah.
Cool.
So a third focus concerns the microorganism fossil evidence contained within meteorites, as well as the detection in the upper atmosphere of apparent incoming life-bearing particles from space.
Whoa.
So like this whole paper was legit like, are they from space? We're just exploring if they're even from this fucking planet.
That just blows my mind that this is a journal of science.
I know.
It's like there's evidence from the particles from space. What's the story there? What's the story we write there? The octopus's planets being destroyed by some villain. They launch a plan to escape and blow their planet into smithereens with the meteorites traveling to Earth.
Do you like reading sci-fi at all?
Oh, I love sci-fi.
I think have you watched or read the Expanse series?
I think you recommended it to me once.
Oh my God. I don't even like sci-fi that much, but the show is great. The books are so much better because the show doesn't complete the story. It kind of stopped because there's time jumps and I don't think they did it. But the books are so good.
I feel like you've told me about it before and I never watch TV. I never do anything except for work and clean my house. So
same. I mean, it is a top tier show though. Like I don't watch TV that much either, but it sucked me in. So
I still got to get through Severance.
I haven't even started it. So
and then I can get to The Expanse.
Okay. Anyway, the transformative genes leading from the consensus ancestral nautilus to the common cuttlefish to squid to the common octopus are not easily to be found in any pre-existing life form. Okay, so they're just saying you can't we don't have fossil evidence, but that makes sense. They're just squishy bodies,
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Like they can squeeze through 1 inch diameter shit. They're not going to leave that much fossil evidence behind.
Fair enough. Where do squids fit into all this? Like what's the difference between a squid and an octopus?
I don't think they're quite as smart, but I don't know.
They're like yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. I clicked on I think I was going to look up Nautilus because those are like the original. Those things are fucking old.
What is it?
Nautilus?
I'm not going to look it up if it's some deep sea.
Nautilus. Yeah. They're the ones that look like that Pokemon. The little like the shell that has a little like
oh, okay.
Kind of
gotcha.
Squiddish face almost.
Yeah.
That's a Pokemon. But no, those things are like old.
Okay.
I wanted to look more into those because I'm like, I bet they're freaky as fuck too. Anyway. So it is plausible then to suggest they seem to be borrowed from there's no fossil records. So let's just assume they're from a different planet. Like that's such a wild jump for a science journal to make. Like
in 2018, no less.
it is possible then to suggest they seem to be borrowed from a far distant future in terms of terrestrial evolution, or more realistically, from the cosmos at large. Yes, it's so realistic. It couldn't possibly be because they are too soft-bodied.
And incredibly evasive to avoid any sort of indentation.
I mean, they just started mapping like their genome pretty recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Would have thought they would have gotten on that much earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe they're scared.
Why don't I have that in here?
Beats me, buddy.
It was something like they have God, this is not what I want. They have like more they have more than I don't know anything. I don't know any science. I'm a humanities person. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Fuck. Nope.
I don't even know what you're doing right now.
I'm trying to look up what it was. It's something like they have way more DNA than we do, or something. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Okay. I'm worried if I say it, I'm just gonna sound stupid, so I'm just not even saying it. But like, anyway,
have you heard some of the things that I've said on this podcast?
But it's like more impressive than what humans have.
It's a little more complex, a little more difficult to understand. Maybe takes a little more time to reach any sort of conclusion.
Okay.
Maybe it's that thing that they're like, I have it all the time. I'm like, that's going to take me forever to do. That's going to be a lot of work. I can't do that right now. I don't have the time for that. Maybe that's where we're at.
Oh my God. And I'm like been drinking, so I don't know why I'm also trying to search for something while talking.
Oh, I haven't even
drinking.
I haven't even seen you drinking. What are you drinking today?
That's just rum and Coke. That's in my little thing.
Oh, I love rum and Coke. Good call. I got an IPA going today, West Coast style.
Yeah, I saw your little can.
Cedar City Brewing out in Lebanon. It's a great brewery. Anybody gets to go out there, make some damn good beer.
Yeah, it just comes. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to get to kind of what I'm talking about. So this theory it suggests that life began thanks to a rain of retroviruses, which literally fell from space.
Okay, hold on. We've gone from octopuses or aliens to life began thanks to rain.
Yeah, I know this gets it really opens up, but I think it's, yeah. Okay. Thanks, Eddie.
Oh yeah. 10,000 more genes. We need Eddie on the show.
Yeah. Genes.
Eddie can be our science correspondent.
Okay. Just need somebody to like Google shit while I'm sitting here struggling.
Yeah. All right. A rain of retroviruses, which literally fell from space.
Those retroviruses then added new DNA sequences to terrestrial genomes, which the paper says further drove mutagenic change.
Okay.
So it's not that the octopus themselves came fully formed from space, but that something changed what we already had.
So this is that moment where that organism is crawling out of the water, and then this retrovirus rains down on top of it. And that batch of organisms crawling out of the ocean turned into octopuses.
Yeah. So it's like, we're not going to be human. We're going to be octopuses.
Yeah. This virus is telling us so.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. We might have just solved the mystery of octopuses.
They're so unique and way too smart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
So, and then I struggled to find the paper that spawned this theory, because when I just searched on Reddit, everybody's just knocking it down. It's like Reddit has become too cynical now. You're either like completely cracked or you're too cynical, and there's no fun middle ground anymore. We're just talking about stupid shit.
Reddit sucks.
I know. It's gotten so bad.
I don't spend a lot of time on Reddit anymore.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
It's a shame. People
are kind of shitty on there.
Yep. Oh, everybody acts like they're smarter than everybody else. They're like, you stupid bitch. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, fair, but okay.
But
we'll have to see how that Reddit Halloween episode goes. It gets worse every year, I feel like.
Does it? I don't know. Maybe what I was about to say was maybe Big Alien has erased this paper from
Like
existence.
Big Pharma?
Yeah, Big Pharma, but it's Big Alien instead.
Okay.
It's the alien overlords that are already living on planet Earth with us. They're like, we can't have this research getting out. We can't let people know what this is. They're not ready for it. I'm going to get a knock on my door. It's going to be the Men in Black.
It's eventually. I mean, at the rate we're going,
they're going to be like,
eventually.
Bro, you need to fucking chill. Stop saying that shit for 179 people to hear.
Yep. Every other week, you're talking about our secret plans.
Yeah.
So.
You guys specifically.
Yep. With our huge audience.
Of approximately 200 people per episode.
Okay, so here's a Reddit post. This theory was probably spawned by the recent news about the extent to which cephalopods use RNA editing and a number of articles pointing out how clever and physically amazing cephalopods are. RNA editing basically allows a creature to change its own DNA on the fly, and while all animals do it, including humans, cephalopods do it much more frequently than any other creature we know of.
Did a cephalopod write that?
They're so smart and physically amazing.
Oh, man.
This may have been the reason they thought cephalopods had no evolutionary/genetic link. However, we have fossil records indicating that cephalopods evolved from monoplacophoran.
There you go.
A subset of mollusks.
I'm going to order that at the next seafood restaurant I go to. Yes, I would like to have the monoplacophoran, please.
If they had actually been dropped off by a meteorite, not an asteroid. This guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. See?
Dumbasses
stupid
on Reddit.
Bitch. Gotta go leave a comment. They would have suddenly appeared in the fossil record with no indication where they evolved from.
Okay.
Yeah, but the point is that we don't. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
Anyway. The last little thing I have here is like what you said. What did you say? Like,
I don't remember. Oh, no, it was the octopus is an alien race whose planet was endangered, and they decided to keep their lineage going by just dumping an octopus on Earth because it could live here. So it's like, this is where the elders go to like procreate and all that shit.
It's interesting you said that, because I saw, like, I was just looking at octopus throughout like art and time, because people have always been interested in octopus. Japanese are interested in fucking octopus. Shit like that. Yeah. And eating them. Very complicated relationship there, honestly.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
But one translation of the Hawaiian creation myth, the Kumulipo, suggests that the octopus is the lone survivor of a previous age.
How about that?
Which that would be neat.
That would be neat. Yeah.
I mean, like, they're weird as hell.
Yeah.
What if they're humans from the previous age?
We're back on it. I can't fathom. I thought tweeting out our octopus as aliens was going to be the weirdest thing I would say about this show today. But no, we've inferred that.
Yeah, we said
octopuses are actually people.
Mm-hmm. And people are aliens, though. Ancient aliens.
That's true. Full circle.
You know what? It doesn't go back to ancient times. You need to go back further.
Yeah. Yeah.
That where people split off in the evolutionary chain from octopus, and that we are all aliens.
I'm telling you, this episode has been ripe with fiction ideas.
Yeah. I mean, they always are, though.
They are, and I never write them down. I never write them down either. I have to go back and...
I'm going to close this tab and completely forget about it.
It's just... Yeah, if anybody wants to take the initiative to just steal our story ideas, this is
out there. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the biggest octopus that we've ever found recorded? Do you know that off the top of your head?
No, I didn't know that.
We got to look that up. I'm not going to look it up because I'm afraid of what's going to pop up.
The giant Pacific octopus is the world's largest octopus species. They can weigh up to 600 pounds and have an arm span of 30 feet.
Fuck. Whew, boy, that is 30 feet.
That's what National Geographic says.
What? Oh man, you're toast if you encounter that guy.
That's the size record though. So like that's the averages are more like 16 feet and 110 pounds.
So what's the deal with that guy? Like, is that just like freakishly big, like genetic wise, just happened to turn out that way? Like Andre the Giant? That's Andre the Giant of octopuses. Or was it like
and these are like Norwegians of the octopus world. They're like
there we go. Yeah. Or was it something like was it an old octopus that just kept growing? It's like
this is the original.
We turned off. There we go. I like that. Yeah. I think we successfully got off the rails today.
Yeah, I think so. God, this is horrific.
I'm not looking at it. I'm not going to Google that ever.
I don't need to go in the ocean ever again.
I'm with
I
you.
mean, just knowing how smart they are and how weird and seeing the size of it. No, I like the cute little ones though.
But how cool would it be if you could communicate with it and befriend it?
Did you watch The Boys? What's that guy who like fucks the octopus?
Yeah. Oh, that made me really sad. That made me really, really mad. Yeah. The Deep.
Yeah, The Deep.
Yeah. Well, we got to the end of our notes.
We sure did. I'm looking at a cute octopus now. Oh my god, it's so cute.
All right. Any parting thoughts on the octopus before we get out of here today?
No, and I'm not going to eat one. At this point, I would never eat one just on moral reasons now. I don't need the experience of that. That's sad.
I'm with you. I'm gonna take care of our cousins and brethren.
That's right.
And then when they invade the earth, hopefully they will remember.
That's right.
Stoney and Rooster from Phone It In are our allies.
They didn't want to eat that nasty booger shit.
We could communicate with them and they could be our bridge, our link to communicating with the human world.
These two idiots.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. Are you even on social media anymore?
I mean, it exists, but I'm not there.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Stoney at Stoney Keeley. SoBrosNetwork.com. Rate, review, subscribe to Phone It In wherever you take in your shows. We're going to get on out of here today, and we're going to discuss more of the ramifications of what we've talked about today and whether or not we need to pursue this from a real journalistic standpoint, scientific standpoint. She is the cryptid queen, Rooster. I'm Big Natural Stoney Keeley. And until next time, you stay classy, phoners.
Bye.